All right, good morning, friends. Happy Friday. So we are in our final Friday of the month of January. Somehow we have gotten to this spot already. I was just talking to the group before I hit record, and it's a full moon last night. So we have full moon in Leo. Maybe that's why my hair is so big today. I don't know. Full moon in Leo, end of the first month of the year. Check in, see how you're doing. I have a lot of people that are having a rough time right now, and maybe you are with that crowd. So my encouragement to you is to handle yourself with grace, to be gentle, to really listen to your body, give yourself some space and time to rest. And when you start to give yourself those stories of I should, or I have to, or I can't, or whatever those stories might be, just go ahead and let those go and know that you are exactly where you need to be right now, doing exactly what you need to do for you. And that is the most important thing. So that being said, I don't know where that came from, but clearly you needed to hear that today. So I'm sending my love out to each one of you as I look at each one of you, like you're all in my mind and in my heart. So let's go ahead and come to our mats. And I will include those of you that are watching on the replay. You are in my mind and in my heart, sending you love and grace and compassion. Let's grab a blanket first. And if you are super fiery, you can grab 2 blocks. Like if you are that super type A pitta that's like, hell yeah, I'm going to do it all, maybe you grab a couple blocks, but I invite you to listen to the words I just said and give yourself some grace and gentleness. So if you have a blanket, just roll it up. We're going to start open. The blanket is along our spine, arms are wide. If you are feeling spicy, we're going to take 2 blocks and make a T. So you want them probably tall like this on the long side. And those are going to go right between our shoulder blades. So just like that blanket comes down, and I put the block at the base of my shoulder blades. So right between them at the base of my ribs, you'll know when it's in the right spot, and you got to kind of finagle it. This other block is for the head. You can always lift it taller so the head is elevated a little bit more. Arms come wide, knees can stay bent, legs can go straight, or maybe even feet together with knees open wide. Ooh, those blocks are not for the faint of heart. So you decide where you begin. I won't lie, I just spent 10 minutes on those blocks because my neck is stiff. I'm feeling the shoulder thing and neck thing just like the rest of us are today. Mine, however, is from kicking butt, not sleeping. My jujitsu is catching up with me by the end of the week. So settle in. Maybe take a couple of exhales through the mouth. Let the shoulders be heavy. Yeah, I see some beautiful options here this morning. Support that head with extra blankets, extra pillows. Maybe you have a bolster underneath you. I want this to be sensation full. That's a word I created last night in last night's full moon practice. Sensation full, but not over intense. Let the breath start to lengthen as we're here. And then check in. It's really easy in these positions to keep that chin lifted so the back of the neck is short. I want us to lift our skull, lengthen the back of the neck, and then place our head down on whatever prop is underneath it so that our neck is long and the skull is aligned on the top of the spine like it is meant to be anatomically. And you may find that it feels constrictive to breathe. You may find that it pulls really tight. Adjust so that you can breathe, obviously. but see if we can lengthen the backside a little bit. Those muscles up the neck into the skull contribute a lot to shoulder tightness and neck pain, upper back pain. We'll be here for just another moment. And you can play with this. Maybe the arms come to a different position because that changes the stretch. Maybe we turn the head so that it's still in line with the body, but it is rotated to get a stretch into the side of the neck and the top of the shoulder. You are in charge of your own body. Man, I'm getting strong downloads today. Lots of messages for you all today. Who knows what that's about? I love it. I'm just going to keep giving them. If you've turned your head one way, turn it the other way, so we're balanced. And you may even be surprised. We're focused on those pain points, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that side is sore too. That side is tight too. Didn't even realize. Gently turn the head back to neutral if it is turned one way or the other. Take another moment or two there. And gently walk the feet in if they're not already, so the knees bend. And with a lot of control and taking our time, we don't want to do this fast, gently roll off of the props onto the ground. Hug our knees into our chest, so we're resting on our side in a little ball. Move the props out from behind us and roll flat onto our back. Keep the knees bent here for a moment. Sometimes I have to lift my hips and lengthen that lower back because it's nice and tucked and I want it long here to compensate. Notice how the mat comes up to give you a great big hug. It's one of my favorite feelings in the whole wide world. A little bit of love from your own yoga mat. And then gently rock the knees side to side when you feel ready to move. Hug the knees into the chest as that feels complete. And maybe make circles with those legs or move forward and back. That's a nice counter movement to the side to side motion. Create a little traction in that lower back, letting the knees hang from the fingertips. Draw it back in. One or two more. And then roll or help ourselves up to seated, finding an easy seated pose. Take your time, be careful of the back. Ah, lovely. Good. Let's turn our gaze to the right. Drop the chin towards the shoulder and slowly drop the chin down and around. So take a couple of breaths here. We're moving all the way to the other side. Good. Bring the head back to neutral. Notice when the chin starts to lift today. That's going to be my mantra, right? We tend to, especially when we have pain, we tend to hide from it. We tend to compensate for it. So see if we can just lengthen out the back of the neck and the top of the shoulders. Good. And then we turn the gaze the other way. So to the left. Drop the chin down and around. Bringing the gaze to neutral. Yeah. Let's do that one more time. First, we go to the right. Chin drops down and around. To the left. Head comes to neutral. And then we look left. Chin comes down and around. To the right. And back to neutral. Good. Let's shrug our shoulders up. And press them down. Good. Up. And down. Two more. Beautiful. Let's take our legs into a straddle. Doesn't have to be the widest straddle ever. Sitting nice and tall. Let's begin with our side to side motion. This is one of my favorite things to do too. Just side to side. And with that side to side motion, start to walk yourself into that forward fold. So we're working with that lower back, but we may feel it move up the spine as well. Again, you are in control of your own body. You decide how far or fast you go. There are no wrong answers here. And when you get to a place of stretch, go ahead and pause. Tuck the chin, let the head grow heavy. Maybe the spine starts to curl. That changes the stretch up the back. But make sure you don't put strain into that lower back. Don't sacrifice the lower back for that upper back stretch. Make sure everything is safe and supported. Good. Inhale, rise back up. Twist to the right and fold over that leg. So it's really easy to kind of open the shoulders here. I want us to focus on keeping the shoulders even with the earth and only going so far as that allows. Again, we can tuck the chin, maybe move the head around. But really pay attention to those shoulders. Good, and now that right arm comes inside that leg, the right leg, and our left arm opens. So now we're opening the shoulders to the sky. As we exhale, that arm reaches overhead. We're gonna play with the back here. So inhale, roll the shoulder back, heart open, like we're looking up to the sky. Exhale, close the shoulder like we're reaching across the room towards that line between the floor and the wall. Good, inhale, roll it open again. Exhale, tuck it down. One more, roll it open. Exhale, reach across. And then let that arm lead us all the way back up to center. And take a minute, move around. And then we'll go the other way. So exhale, rotate to the left. Shoulders stay even with the floor and we fold over that leg. So only go so far as we can keep that rotation even. I don't know the right word that I'm looking for there. Keep it going. Drop the head and neck. If that feels good, move it around. Stretch into those tight spots. Yeah. And then that left hand comes inside that same leg, that left leg. Right arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, arm reaches overhead. Pause right here. Good. And then inhale, open the heart to the sky, roll it open. Exhale, close the shoulder, reach across and towards that line between the wall and the floor. Inhale, roll it open. Exhale, reach across. Good. One more. Roll it open. Reach across. And then rise all the way back up to seated. Good. Soles of the feet come together. If this is a struggle and your hip flexors are talking to you, just come to an easy seated pose. Okay. You decide. Support those knees if we're here. This may be a lot after what we just did. We're not worried about the hips yet. Okay. Exhale, drop the chin, and we're going to start to make circles. Inhale, lift the chin up and over. Circles with the head, I should say. Exhale, drop it down and around. So now that we're here, you may be like, wow, I'm going to take easy seated pose because I like that so much better. Fantastic choice. If we are in Baddha Konasana still, think about lifting through the pelvic floor, keeping that lower back nice and long. And really letting the spine be the structure that supports the movement of the head and neck. Shoulders stay out of the ears. We are still going the same direction, in case you're wondering. Isn't that funny how the monkey mind goes crazy? Good, bring the head back to neutral. Lean back for a minute, take the feet wide. Let's rock the knees side to side. And then come back up to seated. So again, choose Baddha Konasana or cross-legged. And if you're cross-legged, switch the cross of the legs. Good, drop the head down, chin moves the opposite direction, making circles with the head again. Inhaling to lift up and over. Exhaling to drop down and around. Nice and easy, nice and slow. There's no race, there's no rush. One more time around. And good, bring the head back to neutral. One more time, lean back, rock those knees side to side. Good, and we'll make our way to all fours. We're ready to get off our seat, right? Come back to hands and knees. So I want us to take just a few cat and cows here. Inhaling to drop the belly, tailbone and heart roll open. Exhaling to arch the back and really check in with all parts of our spine, tailbone, lower back, mid back, shoulders, neck and head. Inhale, drop the belly, same thing, check in. Exhale, arch the back. One more, just like this. Good, and come to neutral. So we're gonna isolate that a little bit in the upper back. Forearms come to the mat, interlace the fingers. So if this is too compressive, then bring blocks underneath the forearms. So it'll look like this. That gives you a little bit more space to move. Interlace the fingers and then press away. So we're still on our knees. We're going to find that cat and cow motion again. So as we inhale, drop the belly and the chest. Gaze looks towards our thumbs. We don't hyperextend that neck. Exhale, arch the back, draw the belly in, tuck the chin, press away through the forearms. Inhale, drop the belly, drop the chest, gaze comes towards the thumb. So this is much more constricted, but really pay attention to that mid and upper back, the movement in the shoulders. One or two more in your own time. Yeah, good. And then come back to neutral and let's sit back into child's pose. Knees spread nice and wide. Hands come beside us, palms face up. Support the head and shoulders as we need. Maybe we tuck some blankets under there, make sure you can breathe. But just let the arms come back, palms face up. On your next inhale, reach the arms forward. Tuck the toes and lift the hips to downward facing dog. Move around here. And lately in down dog, my favorite thing has been to kind of sway my hips. So I'm leaning to one side and then the other side. It's a beautiful way to get into the side body here. Keep the heart melted. And then as we're ready, we'll bring that left foot. Let's start with the left side today. Between our hands. Rise up to a high lunge. So back toes stay tucked. Shoulders stay out of the ears. Good. As we exhale, the left hand comes to the hip. The right arm reaches to the sky and we exhale, side bend. Maybe this left hand reaches towards the earth. Belly draws in. Good. Roll the heart open. Maybe the gaze lifts. Anytime we change our gaze, we change our balance, right? So it's a challenge. Inhale, back up, both hands overhead. Exhale, reach forward. Shoulders stay out of the ears, arms by our head. Thumbs up, inhale, rise all the way back up. Let the hands release behind us. Grab opposite elbows or wrists. So I don't want us to interlace our hands. I want to keep our elbows bent here. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the belly in. Let the tailbone get even heavier. Lift the heart. Super challenge for our balance. If you feel ready for it or interested in it, I should say, turn the gaze to the left. Drop the chin down and around. All the way to the right. Yeah, bring the gaze to neutral. Well done, my friends. We go back the way we came. Turn the gaze to the right. Drop the chin down and around. All the way to the left. Gaze comes back to neutral. Straighten the front leg. Take the back foot forward just a little bit. Maybe that heel plants, maybe not. Arms are still bound behind us. Belly lifts. Exhale, tailbone reaches towards the back of the room as we hinge forward. Keep the heart lifted, but tuck the chin. Press that left hip back, back, back. Lift the elbows, lift the shoulders away from the earth. Breathe. One more moment. And then release the arms and let them sweep forward and up. Guide us all the way back into that high lunge. Good. Exhale, hands to the heart, step to the top of our mat. Yeah, release those hands, shake them out, twist it out. And come back to center. While we're standing here, we'll get into the neck and shoulder a little bit differently again. So as we exhale, let's take our right ear towards our right shoulder. So we're not rotating, we're just dropping it. Good. Hand can come to the head or not. We're not pulling, we're just letting the weight of the hand take us deeper. Notice how our body kind of sways. Straighten it back out, right? Yeah, and then our left hand comes open, palm presses away. So you get to decide where that hand goes. Don't let it go above the shoulder. We want to keep it shoulder height or lower. That's why you don't go above the shoulder. Maybe we come a little forward and back. You decide where that stretch is. Breathe. Isn't that wild? Good. Release the hands, release the neck and head. Take a moment, move around. And we'll go the opposite direction. So left ear towards left shoulder. Hand can come to the head or not. Right arm out, palm presses away. And again, you pick where that stretch feels the best or the most or what you're wanting today. Every day we want something different, don't we? So just because we wanted that yesterday doesn't mean we want it today. And that's our prerogative to change our minds. You don't have to stay the same. We are ever evolving. Good. One more breath. This is intense, isn't it? And then release the hands, release the head. Yes. Let's take a half salutation before we make our way back. Inhale, arms reach, gaze lifts, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, draw the belly up and in. Exhale, fold deep, soften the knees, grab opposite elbows. Rock a little side to side. Let the head be heavy here. Feel that lower back lengthen. Maybe it goes up to the mid back. Let the neck get long. And then release the hand. Half lift again. Draw the belly up and in. Put it all back together. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, rise all the way up. Gaze lifts, arms reach. Hands come to the heart. Yes. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms to the mat, step to downward facing dog. Move around for a moment in downward dog. Take a vinyasa if that is in your practice and something that you are looking for today. And then as we feel ready, we'll take that right foot between the hands, coming back to that high lunge. So same thing, other side, leading with the right. Arms reach into that high lunge. Yes. Good. Once we're stable and steady, right hand comes to the hip. Inhale, reach to the left arm. Exhale, side bend. Right hand can release to the earth, towards the earth. Super bendy if we get to the earth. Wow. Good. Roll the heart open. Maybe we lift the gaze, breathe. Good. Inhale, back up. Both arms reach overhead, reach to the fingertips. Exhale, hinge forward. Arms stay by the ears, shoulders stay out of the ears. Good. Thumbs up. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, release the hands. Reach behind, grab opposite wrists or elbows. And then when you get there, switch the one that's on top. Yeah, it's a little thing. Shoulders draw back. Ribs knit in. Heart stays lifted. Belly is in. Good. Lift the chest. We'll start by looking to the left. Drop the chin down and around. All the way to the right. Good. Inhale to center. Look to the right. Tuck the chin down and around. To the left. And back to center. Good. Expand upwards. Roll the shoulders back a little bit more. And then straighten that front leg. Walk the back foot in a little bit. Scissor the inner thighs. Lift the belly. Exhale. Shift the tailbone open and hinge at the hips. Tuck the chin so the back of the neck is long. My gaze goes right to my toes. And then keep pressing that right hip back. Lift the shoulders back and away. Elbows lift from the earth as well. Just don't let them get heavy. Couple of breaths right here. Good. Release the arms. Let the hands sweep down and all the way around, leading us up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And again, we step to the top of the mat. Release the hands. Take the feet wide. Soften the knees and let's twist it out. Keep going. Good. Coming back to center. Let's walk our feet back in. Grab a block. This one. And place it tall in front of us. Sometimes if we're super tight or pinchy, the seat of a chair works really well as well. So if you don't want to go as low as a block, seat of a chair is a great option. Know that. That's there for you. Okay. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Gaze, lift, stretch tall. Exhale, fold forward. All the way down, bend the knees. Good. Inhale, half lift. Draw the shoulders up and in. We're going to stay here. Hands are on that block. Make sure it's underneath the shoulders. And again, if we're here and you're like, oh, Chris, I see what you mean. Bring a chair in. Put your hands on the seat of a chair, right? Bring the weight of the body into the right foot. We're going to extend the left leg back. A little bit of a warrior 3 position. It's not super intense. And I have to move my block because my body shifts. So I bring my block forward so it's under my shoulders still. Good. As we exhale, I want us to bring our knee towards our nose. Arch our back. Press the earth away. Inhale, extend long. We're not going to sag the belly. We're just going to get a nice long spine. Exhale, knee towards nose. Press away with the back. Inhale, extend, engage, elongate everything. One more. Pull it in. Extend it long. Good. Plant the foot on the outside. So I'm bringing my right leg behind my left. or whatever foot is up is coming behind the standing one and bringing our legs to cross. Yep, everyone looks like they're there. Okay. This is an awkward position. Is your left foot in front? Yes or no? Nope, the right foot is in front. Okay, thank you. Okay, right foot's in front. Thank you. My brain went to Tahiti there for a minute. So inhale, lift the heart. Draw the belly in, lean back. Zip the inner thighs together. Good. As we exhale, our hands will walk to the right. Take the block with you. Hips draw to the left a little bit more. And then we fold deep. Shake out the head right here. Good. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the head and shoulders, walk to center. Exhale, continue to the other side. Lean away from the block and fold deep. Keep pushing the sit bones towards that back corner of the room. Keep breathing, my friends. Good. Inhale back to center. Draw the belly up and in. Exhale, zip the pelvic floor and the inner thighs. Inhale, keep the legs crossed as we rise all the way up. Arms reach overhead. Yeah, so the leg that is in front, which should be the right one, maybe. Grab hold of that wrist and we'll side bend away. So I am side bending to my left and my hips press just a little bit to the right and back. Roll the heart open, breathe. Whee, there's your QL, among other things. Good, inhale, back up. Exhale, release the hands and uncross the legs. From here, take your feet a little bit wide and let's just sway the hips side to side or make circles with the hips. Go the opposite direction if you're circling. Come back to center. Bring that block in front of us again, nice and tall. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, half lift. Pause right here. So bring the weight of the body into the other foot and extend that leg back. So we're coming into that warrior three position again with the opposite leg lifted now. Good. As we exhale, knee towards nose, press away. Inhale, extend long. Long spine, engaged core. Exhale, arch the back, press away. Breathe into that space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, curl it in. One more. Good, and then we plant that foot so that the left foot is in front, the left leg is in front of the right, or the opposite of what you did last time. Inhale, draw the belly in, zip up the inner thighs, press the sit bones towards the back of the room. Fold deeply for just a moment. Shake out the head and the neck. Good. Inhale, half lift again. Head and shoulders and block. Move to the left first. Press away. Fold deep as you lean the hips diagonally away from the block. Inhale, half lift, walk back to center. And go the opposite way. Continue on around to twist in the other direction. Hips draw away from the block, from the hands. Unlock the knees. Make sure the knees are not hyperextended here. Uh-huh. Good. Inhale back to center. Half lift. One more time, fold deep, leaning the sit bones back, shaking at the head. And then press through the feet, zip the inner thighs together. Belly pulls in as we rise all the way up. Arms reach overhead. Grab hold of that left wrist, side bend to the right. Press the hips away a little bit and then roll the heart open. Breathe. Good. Inhale back up. Exhale, release the hands, uncross the feet. Move however feels good to your body. Nice work, my friends. Whee. All right. Top of the mat, move the block out of the way. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Make our way back to downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa if that is in your practice and something that you want. Take a cat and cow if that is something that you want. And eventually we'll all meet on our bellies with our arms out to the side in a T. Yes. So once we lay down, our arms are going to come wide, and I'm going to do this on my knees so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Palms face the earth, and we want to make sure the hands are a little bit below our shoulders. The right hand comes in underneath that right shoulder, so that elbow kind of pops up. Left fingers press into the earth. As we're ready, we'll press open, rolling to our side, keeping that left shoulder on the ground. Yes, option to take this right leg and kick it open behind, so it kind of looks like this. It's hard for me to do on my knees. So it can come back to keep that stretch going deeper. Yeah. If we need a blanket to support the head, do so. And then re-engage through that left arm. So press all the way into the base of the hand and the pads of the fingers. One more breath. And then gently, with control, come back to center. Press up and over to child's pose. Hands come beside us, palms face up. Take a moment, rest here. Notice how each side feels a little bit different right now. Child's pose, palms face up, or anything else. Cat and cow is a great place here too. Now we get to slide all the way forward onto our bellies again for the other side. Arms come open wide. Again, hands want to be a little bit below the shoulders, pressing open through the finger pads. Left hand comes under the shoulder. And we press ourselves open, rolling to the side. Good. Option to pop that left leg up and over. Once we get into the position we're comfortable with, Again, re-engage. So press through the base of the hand, the finger pads, really reach it open. Let the breath move into that shoulder. Support the head however you need to. Mm-hmm. Good. Gently, with control, come out of this. Hands come back underneath the shoulders, using the belly and the core. Press up and over child's pose. One more time. Hands come beside us. Palms face up. Oh. With as little effort as necessary, roll onto your backs. Take a full body stretch. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Lovely. And then take the arms wide into a T. Feet come back to the mat, knees bent. Nice and wide feet though. And rock the legs side to side for just a moment. Knees fall to one side and then the other. And then the next time they fall to the left, pause there. Option to just stay, option to shift the legs to make it deeper, even taking that left foot on top of the right. Option, not necessity. You listen to your own body. You have complete control and autonomy over your body. Gaze can look away from the twist. So if my knees are to the left, my gaze looks to the right. Maybe the arms come over the head. I sometimes like that position in this twist. My body does too. It's like, oh, thank you. I've been waiting for this all day. Couple of breaths. Good. Inhale back to center, uncrossing the legs if they were crossed. Take a moment. Maybe we take a full body stretch in between sides. And then reset and let the legs fall to the right. Adjust as you would like, grab props as you would like, or that right foot can come on top of the left leg. Gaze looks to the left. Arms move wherever they feel best. Keep breathing. Make sure we can breathe. If we can't breathe and swallow, we've gone too far. And gently release and come back to center. Again, rock the knees, take a full body stretch, whatever feels good to you. And as we move into Shavasana, I offer you a couple of options. One are supported legs. And so what I like to do is take a bolster under my knees with blocks under my feet. So let's say this is my bolster here, and then my feet come up here. So my legs are supported all the way. Option 2 is where we began. Please don't use the blocks, but maybe a blanket or a bolster underneath the spine. Option 3 is traditionally flat on your back. So you decide, take a moment, feel into what decision is best for you. Ooh. And then settle in. Find rest, completion to our practice. Anything else you need? Ah. Call in a mantra or a focus if you would like. Or maybe you just simply rest in that bliss that is Shavasana. Begin to deepen the breath. Bring awareness back to the body. Feel the work that you have done today. And welcome a sense of gratitude for your ability to devote time to yourself. Slowly and gently put movement into your body. Taking your time. Gradually moving more and more of your body. Until you are eventually ready to make your way to seated. There is absolutely no rush at all. Fight that urge to move quickly off of your mat. Enjoy the spaciousness that we have created together. Carry that with you. Own it. Step into that. Palms press together in front of our hearts. Lift our hearts. Take a breath in and out. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within guide your way on. Namaste.